Hello everyone, back tuning into today's second video. We're going to have a look at the weather week ahead for today's second video. As always, on a Saturday, we're doing our week ahead forecast. Now, earlier on today, we released the third and final seasonal model roundup for the winter of 2018-19. We're getting something like 13 or 14 long-range models together, seeing what they're all showing for the final time this season for the winter of 2018-19. It's a very, very interesting update, I have to say, with the models doing something that they have never done before. Nearly all of them are going cold for this winter. So have a look at that and see what you think. Video is currently on the homepage, and later on today that video will be placed on the winter updates page, and there'll be a written summary that goes with it as well, just going over all of those really interesting model outputs. So later on this afternoon, we'll have a video covering the weather for next week, 10 days. And tonight, we've got our 10th Christmas update. So really, really busy day at Gazworthy's today. Hope you're enjoying all of the updates. So again, with the weekend forecast for you in a moment, just to say that website is using for weekend forecasts coming from theweatherout.com and weathercentral.de, and you can find links to both those websites on the links page. I think better get on because we've got a lot to cram in, as I say, at Gazworthy's today. So, this is the latest radar picture, and we've got some quite heavy and persistent rain down across the south. I'll just scroll you down a little bit. You'll see through the channel onto the south coast, there is outbreaks of heavy and persistent rain. I think that's going to last through the rest of today down there on the south coast. We've also got these showers moving into eastern Scotland and northeastern England as well. They're quite scattered, but there are a few heavier showers moving in, particularly to parts of eastern and southeastern Scotland. Here's today's toxic pressure chart. So high pressure continues to be blocking across the north of the country. So it's sitting around Iceland, the centre of this high pressure. We've got low pressure to the south. That's what's bringing the rain to the channel and the south coast, and we've got these cold easterly winds as well. In fact, cold air is digging back in from the east at the moment. So we may find some of those showers turning a little bit wintry across higher ground of eastern Scotland and north east England this afternoon, and we'll keep those outbreaks of persistent rain going down in the south as well. In between, a good deal of dry weather, lots of cloud around. The best of any bright or sunny spells will be in the west and the northwestern part of the country. So southwest Scotland, northwest England, probably over to Northern Ireland, North Wales. That's where you've got the best chance of brightening up again some sunny spells this afternoon. Temperatures ranging from around 4 to 10. It's a little bit milder than it has been down in the south. But up in the north, actually it's going to feel a bit colder with those easterly winds just starting to pick up that little bit more. Overnight tonight, I think we keep the showery rain going in the south through the evening, certainly, and many will tend to die out overnight. Showers will continue across eastern Scotland and northeast England, but perhaps get a little bit more widespread, actually, and I think they will turn wintry over high ground of eastern Scotland and northeastern England too. You might even see a few flakes of snow coming down to lower levels, particularly for parts of southeastern and central Scotland. The best of any clearer breaks will be in the west tonight. So again, western Scotland, southwest Scotland too, Northern Ireland, northwest England, parts of Wales. That's where you've got the best chance of the skies clearing. And it'll turn quite cold in those areas with a widespread frost, taking temperatures down to -2 degrees. But in the south and the east, probably too much cloud for frost, so temperatures should hold up there above freezing. Into Sunday, the high pressure is continuing to sit across the north of the country. So again, it's ridging from Scotland up to Iceland. We keep the wind in from the east. So again, we'll have more showers down that eastern side of Scotland and England. They might even merge into a slightly more longer spell of rain or maybe hill snow across parts of northeast England and down into the Pennines through the course of Sunday afternoon. Otherwise, again, a reasonable amount of dry weather. I think the south will be driest, particularly compared to today, with just a few rain showers in the south and the southeast. I think generally we might just brighten the skies a little bit more tomorrow. Generally a better chance of getting bright sunny spells coming through, but that's particularly so, again, for western parts of the country. The easterly wind is freshened up a bit tomorrow, so it will feel colder. Temperatures will be colder anyway, ranging from 4 to 8. Add on that easterly wind, and it will actually feel quite raw, particularly so down on the east coast. The high pressure clings on for one more day on Monday. It's weakening, but it's still there to our north and northeast. Notice low pressure is beginning to start gathering out in the Atlantic. More on that in a moment. But for Monday, we have one more basically dry but cold day, still with wintry showers across the eastern part of Scotland and northeast England. They'll be quite well scattered, although a more general area of precipitation might develop on the east coast and moving towards parts of northern England. But generally, the emphasis is on dry weather on Monday, and I think again there'll be more in way of sunny spells coming through, although we might have a fairly widespread frost early and late on Monday. Temperatures ranging again from around 3 to 7 or 8 degrees, so quite a cold day. As I say, there could be frost both early and late on Monday. But then we're going to Tuesday, and it's all changed as an area of high pressure begins to recede back into Scandinavia and Central Europe. And then these areas of low pressure are winding themselves up in the Atlantic and heading in towards the UK. Tuesday probably starts off dry, fine and sunny, but with a widespread frost. However, cloud and outbreaks of rain already across Ireland and southwest England through the morning will sweep across the country very quickly through the course of Tuesday itself, bringing a spell of wet and windy weather to many parts of the country. Strong winds accompanying this rain, and the rain will be heavy and persistent. Now, as the rain hits the colder air across Scotland and northern England, it might temporarily turn to snow over hills and mountains. So the Scottish mountains, parts of the Pennines, could get some quite heavy and persistent snow for an hour or two on Tuesday before it turns back to rain as milder temperatures move in from the west. Eastern parts of the country might not get much in way of rain until very late on in the afternoon. Temperatures will still be cold in the east at just 5 to 7, but in the west after a cold start, it will turn much milder. Temperatures across much of western Britain rising to around 8 to 12 during the course of Tuesday afternoon. Now, as we go into Tuesday night, we bring this next area of low pressure in off the Atlantic. This one looks a bit stormy, very tightly packed isobars hitting Ireland and then moving up towards northwest England and Scotland during the course of Tuesday night and Wednesday. So I'll have that first batch of rain pushing across the country during Tuesday evening, but it probably turns more showery for a while before more heavy rain piles in from the Atlantic overnight Tuesday into Wednesday, and that one will be accompanied by these very strong winds. So winds will be strong and gusty for all of us, up to 40 or 50 miles an hour, but in the northwest we might see winds gusting up to say 70 miles an hour by the end of Tuesday night, so up to gale or severe gale force in the west and the northwest. To compensate, it will be a very mild night across the country. That's Wednesday. It's a very unsettled day. Low pressure to the north of Scotland, bringing a real battering actually to parts of Scotland with those winds during the course of Wednesday itself. So we start Wednesday on a wet and windy note. Outbreaks of heavy and persistent rain across many parts of the country, driven in by strong to gale force west to southwesterly winds. That rain sweeps away through the day, sweeps into the North Sea with brighter skies and showers following along behind. Again, gale or severe gale force winds possible for Scotland. I think we could see gusts up to 70, maybe 80 miles an hour to the far north of Scotland, so really quite a storm. And a windy day for many of us with sunny spells and showers chasing that more persistent rain away. Temperatures on Wednesday are going to be remarkably mild, so despite the rain, at least it will be mild, with temperatures ranging from around 10 to 14 degrees Celsius. 14 Celsius is 57 Fahrenheit. Going through to Thursday, it stays unsettled with low pressure to the north of the country. This is now going into a sunshine and showers situation, and as the wind pulls into west or northwest, it will start to turn cooler as well. So sunshine and showers in the north and the west, but driest of weather will be in the east. We may get a more persistent area of rain running across more southern counties. A little bit of uncertainty about that because it's quite a way off, but perhaps a little bit more in way of persistent rain in the south. Otherwise, it's sunshine and showers for Thursday, and temperatures will edge down, probably going closer to average between around 7 and 11 degrees Celsius. And then we finish up next week on Friday with a ridge of high pressure building in. Looks very transient ahead of its next area of low pressure. Could be quite cold on Friday, so we may have a widespread frost to start with, and then another frost is possible on on Friday evening. But in between, there'll be plenty of dry weather with a good deal of sunny spells. Just a few showers in the north and the west. Temperatures will be colder, though, ranging from around 4 to 8 degrees Celsius. I'd say that ridge is very transient, so as we go into the weekend, low pressure next weekend is going to be coming back in from off the Atlantic, giving us an unsettled weekend. So Saturday might start off with widespread frost and sunny spells, but more wet and windy weather pushing across the country from the Atlantic, and gale force winds possible in the north and west. Sunday could still have that wet and windy weather hanging around in the south and east, but it clears away, back to sunshine and showers. Temperatures probably on the mild side, but starting to edge down a little bit in the north anyway, I would have thought, by the end of Sunday. Finally, just having a look at charts from weather outlook. So this situation today, lots of cloud, and we have got those showery bursts of rain in the south, and also some showers, which might turn a little bit wintry in the northeast. Sunday, the best of sunshine will be in the west, sunshine and showers in the east. Again, there could be some wintry showers over high ground of eastern Scotland and northeast England. That's Monday, more showers being brought in on those easterly winds to the east. It dries the weather in the west, staying quite cold up to Monday. Then Tuesday turns wet and windy with heavy rain sweeping in off the Atlantic, and temperatures after a cold start will become very mild in the west. That potentially leads us to a wet and windy stormy night on Tuesday night into Wednesday, with outbreaks of heavy rain and gale or severe gale force winds as well. Wednesday brings more showery bursts in the east, and then it turns brighter from west with sunshine and showers. And then through to Thursday and Friday, gradually the weather calms down. So by Friday we should have more in way of dry weather and sunny spells. Temperatures taking a little bit of a dip, though. It becomes colder just briefly on Friday, before more wet and windy weather races in on Saturday and through to Sunday. So in summary, well, we're starting cold. We've still got those easy winds with us, so they'll be staying with us up to Monday. So for the next couple of days, weather stays cold. But then from the middle of the week onwards, it turns a lot milder, wetter and windier. We go into a much more changeable spell of weather, and this unsettled weather takes us through to the end of the week and into next weekend as well. Right, that's weekend forecast, done and dusted, and coming up in an hour or so, we'll have a look at weather the next week to 10 days, and then this evening we've got the temp Christmas update. Don't forget to check out the third and final season one around at Winter 2018-19. It's a very, very interesting watch indeed, and that video will be placed on the Winter Updates page later on today with a written summary. That'll be this evening. Tomorrow we've got the 13th and final winter update for you, and also I'm hoping to get in an ensembles watch as well tomorrow. So that's for tomorrow. Lots of updates still to come though for today. That's all for now. Thanks for watching.